Good morning. Good afternoon. Magandang gabi, right? Hapon. 25 years in the Philippines hasn't taught me any good Tagalog. So sorry. But if I speak more, you all would like it. All curse words. That's all. Well, I didn't even know that it's so grand. And I told my son, I didn't know Chinese can speak so well. Can sing so well. He said, Dad, they are Filipinos. So, just to let you know who we are, I'm Ricky Yong. I stayed here 25 years. As you know, my wife is Marites Yong. These are my kids, Marcel, Marlon, and his wife, Claire. So we are a Filipino-Singapore family. I did this, I formed a foundation for my wife, who's like all of you. She's by the way, we are all human beings, not Martians. Very much like you, she's a Filipino, a very nice woman. I hope not only because she's my wife, but she's really a nice person. She's a very nationalistic Filipino, as I'm sure all of you are. Imagine, we were married for nearly 40 years before she passed. In the beginning, I wanted her to say, you better get a Singapore passport and become a citizen. It's very easy to get. There was way 40 years back. She refused. So I said, okay, I cannot force you. Then 35 years later, she finally gave in because she missed so many travel trips with me waiting for visas. Sorry, but that is the truth. Well, after she passed, I think the least I can do is to form a foundation, because charity has always been in her heart. She's always wanted to, give the Filipino people. She's very aware of the prevalent poverty in this country. She'd like to raise the lives, whatever a little bit she can do. And in the early days, I'm executive. In fact, at one stage, I was bankrupt, more or less. So I didn't have much money to give her, but when I started getting a bit more well-to-do, I used to give her money for shopping. I thought she'd hit for the Gucci store. But then finally, without telling me, I found that a lot of her money went to a place called, in North Camarines. What's the place? Marisol. Marisol in North Camarines, right? Camarines del Norte, something like that. She was quietly supporting a community there for their livelihood, because a certain lady convinced her, and she was giving monthly, and sometimes when I give her a lump sum, she was giving it. I don't want to say too much of her, otherwise all of you can't go home. She was such a wonderful person. I think my sons and I agree. It was a big loss to me, a very sudden loss. And in my life, I've taken a lot of blows, but this is one blow I'm still recovering from after 2 years. So I thought I'd start this foundation, and the first project we did was 86 houses in Silai. When she always wanted to give houses for those who can't afford it. So I looked for land everywhere, and my good friend, Mr. Ang of St. Miguel, actually offered me 3 pieces of land, until I found out that it takes more than 3 years to get a conversion for the land before I can build and give it to the poor. So I'm sorry, but I think maybe all of you will agree with me. The government needs housing, and yet they make it difficult for people to build for them. Why will it take 3 years if the land is just there? Should give it to people who are prepared to build and give it to the poor. So I finally found a nice partner, Habitat International, a very big charity, goes around. Well, they are supposed to be non-profit, but I'm sure they make a little bit here and there. They go around helping countries of the poor. So they had a piece of land. So I built 86 houses, and they were handed over last September. They were handed over September, and I think they're slowly moving in. The 86 families, are pretty happy with that, and I said to keep it very clean. It should be a model for Filipino living. You don't have to live in a mansion, but you certainly can live in a very clean village, which is very important. At least a person deserves is a healthy, clean life. So that's the story. My wife is, just like you, an ordinary Filipino. You know, she became a housewife after we got married. And she was with me for 40 years, through thick and thin, you know. And I think she's a good example of a Filipino person, very soft, good-hearted. She's, you know, like I said, we all be here the whole night. But she's really a very positive, much more than me. I'm a businessman. I've got to worry about the negative, you know. And everyone takes to her, you know. When she walks into I had very, very snobbish bosses, you know, big, rich people are all very snobbish, so but she impressed all of them with a casual charisma and non-assuming, non-manyabang, you know, not like me. Those who work under me will know that, you know, I'm not manyabang, but I'm tough. So I thank you, press, people, for coming here today. You know, I hope, you know, I don't know about entertainment business. I depend on Miss Tabuena. You know. If she tell me to jump, I say how high. That's all I know. You know. So she has convinced me that this is a good event for me to have the first fundraiser. Of course, I raised the money, and some of my friends and my former business associates here have been quite generous, especially one from San Miguel, and I have to pay a special, you know, thanks to him. So I think we'll make it a big success, because I told Mr. Buena, don't cut corners, do the best you can. So good for them. The cast make a good name for them. You know, you can be famous. If Lea Salonga can make it, maybe they can find a new Lea Salonga somewhere. So thank you, people. I hope you'll help us to make this event, you know, that maybe all of Manila can be talking about it in time to come. And I wish the best of luck to Douglas, to Joel, and the whole cast and the team of Binondo. And hope it'll make big success. I'm sure it will be, because I'm the main ticket seller. Anybody don't buy, I'll kill them. It's very simple. Okay, so thank you again for coming. I hope you all had a good lunch. If you don't have, you didn't enjoy the food, bring to Mr. Raswan. Thank you and good afternoon.